Namaste and welcome. This class is about compassion. In Sanskrit, the word is karuṇā. It's often felt as a stirring in the heart to help another through pure, selfless love. And compassion acknowledges the tender and painful aspects of life that we all must endure. Compassion means being rooted and resilient as we are tested and initiated. Meditation on the principle of compassion is a means of erasing our own hatred, cruelty, and fear, and replacing these traits with love, kindness, and a deeper understanding for others. So cultivating a respectful, forgiving, and compassionate attitude to ourselves and one another empowers us to feel deeply, listen with empathy, and show up as our authentic selves. Please practice yoga with a sense of compassion towards yourself so that the body will be happy and the mind serene. We'll start by invoking the spirit of compassion with some centering breaths. Create now for yourself a sacred space and a special time in which to be present with compassion in yourself and to others. Inhale, increasing compassion and sympathy, empathy, and forgiveness. Let your own breath be the gateway to ever-increasing compassion, love, and mercy. Now please create Hridaya Mudra by bringing the tip of the first finger to the base of the thumb, and then the next two fingertips to the tip of the thumb, leaving the pinky extended. Hridaya Mudra increases the capacity of empathy and unblocks the energy of the heart, attuning to the hearts of others. Hridaya means that which is closest to our heart, and precious and meaningful and dear. And we're going to come up to standing and begin some gentle movements. Begin with feet hip distance or wider, spreading the toes, then letting your arms rest with the palms forward. The arm bones lifting up into the shoulders so the shoulders can broaden. And the head, neck, and trunk become a plumb line over the soles of the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up until the palms touch. And exhale, turn the palms downward, bringing them to your side. And repeat at your own pace to inhale up and exhale down. Take one more breath, reaching up And holding the arms up, spreading the fingers, pressing down through the legs. Good, that's right. Inhale, increasing karuṇā, compassion. And lower the hands to the hips and circle the hips around in some slow circles. And you're starting to gradually increase the size of those circles when you're ready. Good job. And when you're ready, just change the direction in the opposite way. Very good. All right. Now, bend the knees slightly, bring the backs of the hands together, and on the inhale, lift up with the elbows, circling them around and down. Exhaling, bend the knees again. So we're squatting, not really folding forward. Just keeping the head over the hips. Good, that's the way. Building some strength in the legs and thighs, these big muscles, waking them up. And also waking up the breath, getting deeper breaths. So make bigger movements. Beautiful. That's it. Now bring the hands behind the head, interlacing the fingers, and take a breath in, look up, and then exhale. Bring the elbows forward, the chin to the chest. And repeat at your pace, opening on the inhale with a back bend, and closing on the exhale, rounding, stretching. So just finish one breath at a time. Gradually increasing the range of motion if that's available. Good. And release the hands to the sides. All right. Bring the right arm up and reach up and over to the left, sliding the left hand down the leg. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, strengthen. From the core of the pelvis, press down through the feet. Good, and lift up, inhale, and switch sides. Sliding the right hand down the right leg. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, strengthen. Good job. The rib cage keeps lifting up away from the hips to stretch through the sides of the body and not jam into the hip socket. Bring the arms up and clasp the hands behind the back. Soften the knees. Then draw the shoulder blades in and down. Lift the heart. Press down through the heels as you arch back into a little back bend. Opening the heart with more compassion, generosity, and love. And release the hands, bring them around to the knees. Fold forward halfway. And inhale, lift the eyes, and on the exhale, look down, tuck the tailbone, and flow with the breath. Arching on the inhale, and rounding on the exhale. And go ahead and widen the feet to the width of the mat or even wider so that you can slide the hands down to the ankles. Bend one knee at a time and glide from side to side. So customize this movement to whatever is helpful. Maybe your hands stay on the knees or fingers to the floor. So just play with variations until you have one that makes your body happy, your mind serene, and the breath flow without any pause. And walk the hands over to the right. Squat down with the right knee bent. And lift up the left arm, twisting, gaze up to that hand. Good job. If the right elbow's inside the knee, it gives you a little better leverage to open the chest. Okay, good, thank you. And now switch to this left side. We'll walk hands over to the left. Squat down with the left heel up. And raise the right arm. There you have it. Good. And bring the hands down. Lift the hips to a forward bend. Inhale to a flat back, soften the knees, and with the exhale, press down through the feet, crown of the head, point to the floor. And take a few more complete breaths, relaxing the knees on the inhale, and then lengthening the legs on the exhale, tuck in the tummy. And inhale, lift up the back. Back up, standing, step to the front of the mat. And we'll step the right foot back for warrior one. Bend the left knee, hold on to the knee while you look at your feet, adjust the hips. And then hold that alignment through strengthening in the core of the pelvis. Lift the arms from that place of stability, centeredness, rootedness, and compassion. Breathing this compassionate breath into the lower back so there's no pinching, compression. You can lift up through the backs of the thumbs, press down through the back heel. Breathe into the kidneys, the lower back. And now lower hands to the front knee and fold halfway over that hip. Make sure the feet are still very steady, and then slide the hands gradually down that left shin, folding into pyramid. Inhale, soften the knee, align the hips, and exhale, tuck in the tummy, fold, squeezing the kneecap. Over a series of breaths, you may have fingertips reach the mat, but just don't watch your shoulders, don't sort of reach forward around the ears. Keep shoulder blades back on the back. All right. Release, step right foot forward. Inhale, halfway up. And then exhale and fold straight legs. Inhale, lift all the way up. Touch the palms. And exhale, rest and relax. Full of compassion. Hridaya mudra. And please step the left foot back with your warrior stance. Bend the right knee. Feel in the feet when you're steady. Align the hips. And then use strength through the core of the pelvis to stay grounded. And lift, breathe. Enjoy this compassionate pose where every part of your body can be nourished by the breath, strengthened and rejuvenated. And lower hands down. That was beautiful. Fold over the right hip. And as your breath permits, start to fold with pyramid pose. Pulling that right, lifting the right kneecap so the right thigh bone stays up in the hip socket. And the right hip crease stays back. And slowly slide down that right shin, maybe fingertips to the floor. You can still comfortably breathe. Nourish every nook and cranny. Thanking each part of the body with this compassionate, loving breath. And releasing, step left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale to a flat back. Then exhale and fold over straight legs. Soften the knees, press the feet down, lift up the arms to touch the palms, and then rest, relax. Alright, so back to front of the mat, and now with feet close to the midline for warrior two, step right foot back and open the right toes. You can use a little bit longer stance than you had for warrior one. Open the arms. Press down through the soles of the feet using the strength through those thighs. The core is working to draw the navel in and lengthen the tailbone. Keeping the heart lifted, broad, and expansive so your compassionate energy can flow without restriction. All right. Now, please bring hands down to the floor. Diagonally, walk the fingers away. Lift up through the armpits, broaden the back of the neck, widen the shoulders. And then bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot on fingertips, or modify with the elbow on the left knee, and bring the right arm up and over the right ear so you're in side angle, Parshvakonasana. Roll the right shoulder back, tuck the tummy in, and use that core to press down through the soles of the feet. Remembering that back foot also is pressing down. Good job. Just reaching over that right ear with the right arm so you can lengthen through the right side of the waist. Nice, good. Look down, bring the hands to the front of the mat and step the right foot forward. Inhale halfway up and exhale, fold all the way forward. Soften the knees. Inhale, lift all the way up and touch the palms. Then exhale to rest. Hridaya Mudra. Connecting with the heart and with the hearts of others. Now, left foot stepping back for Warrior Two. And bend the right knee. Turn it around so I can see this side of the room. And open the arms. Good. Inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, tighten the tummy, the thighs, working to press down into the mat with powerful intention. This compassion takes effort, takes willpower. Very nice. Good effort. Good job. All right, now bringing hands down to the floor and walking those fingertips out diagonally away, bringing the hips nice and low. And walk the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Fingertips on the floor or the right elbow on the right knee. And you're going to lift up the left arm and extend it over the left ear. Extended side angle. Inhale, lifting that left shoulder, pulling the arm bone into the shoulder socket. So there's a nice solid connection, integrating the arm, the shoulder into the back. Good work, good. And then looking down, release the hands to the mat and step the left foot forward. Inhale to a flat back. Then exhale, fold head to toes. This time, please walk the feet back to downward dog. Inhale, soften the knees, widen the feet, whatever you need to become more comfortable. Exhale, stretch down through the heels, lengthen the arms and spine. So there's a gentle pulsation with each breath to stretch on the exhale with more strength. And to relax on the inhale with more awareness, sensitivity, and compassion. Yeah, please lower the knees down. Lift the hands up so we're in a high kneeling position. Holding on to the back of the hips and press down through the tops of the feet. Lift the chest and tilt the head back and camel pose, Ustrasana. Squeeze the buttocks so you can press the hips forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, strengthen the back. Reach down, if you may, to the heels. While still lifting the heart and pressing the hips forward. It's a big chest opener to really let the heart sing, shine. And to release, sweep the arms up to the sky. And sit back to the heels for child's pose. Inhale, broadening the back of the neck and lifting up in the armpits. Exhaling to stretch in the spine. Press the palms forward, send the hips, sitting bones to the heels. And lower the elbows, forearms flat on the mat. Lift up the hips and place the crown of the head on the mat. So there's a little pressure that you can control with the arms when you rock the hips back and forth. And massage the crown of the head and the scalp. Sacral massage for yourself. And rabbit pose. We're stretching the back of the neck and shoulders. And gradually sit back to the heels. Walk both hands over to the right side. Stretch back through the left hip and a little side stretch in that left side of the waist, and the left side of the ribs, and all along that left arm. And then walk the hands over to the opposite side, hands to the left, and feel a stretch in that right side of the hip, the waist. With each breath. And walk hands back to the center and lift up the hips. Step the right foot forward to low lunge. Walk the left knee back and press down through both feet. Lift the hands up to the right knee and rest for a breath. Opening to this possible hip opener. And tone the inner thighs, pulling the legs towards one another to create even more stability. And lift the arms, interlace the hands behind the head. Really press down through the back legs so you can lift the chest up and take into a little back bend. Pressing the head back into the hands. And then coming out of that back bend, lower the hands down. And start to straighten the front knee. You may need to wiggle the heel forward an inch or two and lift up the toes, soften the knee, lift up the chest. Inhale to lengthen, relax the shoulders. And exhale, tuck in the tummy as you fold over that right hip. Pulling the thigh bone back into the hip socket. Taking complete breaths. Now, bring that left hand back so it's underneath the left shoulder and widen it to the left side of the mat. And raise the right arm up, twisting to open that right arm. And what's a kneeling version of revolved triangle. A little less worrisome than when you're standing. You don't have as much stability. Now, you can lower the right hand and step the right foot back. Do that with the left foot forward into low lunge. Walk the right knee back. And climb the hands up to the left knee. Rolling the shoulders back and firming the tummy so you can really press down through the feet. Engage the legs, hug them to the midline, and then lift up with the arms. Good. Now we're going to use the hands to give a little more security, confidence in this back bending part. And press down through the back foot so you can lift up the chest. And play with the back bend. And release to bring hands forward onto the mat. And start to lift wiggle the left toes forward so you can lift them up. And fold over the left hip. Inhale, complete breath in. And exhale, complete breath out. So each breath can magnify, amplify the heart's capacity for empathy, compassion. And bringing the right hand back underneath the right shoulder, widen it to the side of the mat, or you could even go off the mat and twist to the left. Open the left arm. Good, that's right. I can add a little back bending quality of opening the throat, tilting the ears back. And then release that left hand down, left foot back. Let's go back to downward dog. Curl the toes under, lift up the knees. And take complete breaths in and complete breaths out. Softening the shoulders and knees as you inhale to be more sensitive and aware of your alignment. And then stretching more thoroughly on the exhale with the strength coming from the core. All right. And please lift up the right leg, three-legged dog. Good. And bend the right knee, slide it forward for pigeon. And walk the left knee back to lower the hips. And then stay strong in the hips and pelvis so you maintain balance and alignment. Come forward as you're ready to the elbows or wherever you need to stretch. Provide a little support for the forehead. So you can maintain the spaciousness of complete breaths without rushing on to the next pose. Savor the deliciousness, the taste, the feelings associated with this pose. Treat it with compassion. Now please lift up and step back to down dog. And three-legged dog, lift up left leg. Good, that's beautiful. And bend the left knee, slide it forward for pigeon. Left knee behind the left wrist. And the left shin either at a diagonal or modified. If there's any knee problems, keep the knee pointed forward. Otherwise, tone the inner thighs, strengthen the pelvic floor, and ease forward, one breath at a time, coming to a comfortable but meaningful stretch in the hips. Enjoy each complete breath from beginning to end. Mentally linking karuṇā, compassion, with each phase of your practice, with each asana. You are just as worthy of compassion as anyone else, so be merciful to yourself. And we lift out of our pigeon. We'll simply come through to a seated position. So extend the legs to the front of the mat. And straighten the spine, either pressing the fingertips behind, digging the heels in to pull the lower back in and prevent us from rounding and collapsing in the chest. And keep this inner light bright and shining so the head of the arm bones lift up into the shoulders, broadening the neck and collarbones. And we're using more of the pelvic muscles and back muscles to stay really upright and balanced over the sitting bones. Reach up with the arms to help lift the ribs up away from the hips and lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the thumbs. So you're coming forward with a long, straight spine, letting the hands rest on the knees or shins, wherever they fall. Inhale, lengthening, and exhale, folding. Remaining strong in the quads, lifting the kneecaps up, and toning through the tummy, leaving the shoulders relaxed and comfortable, not squeezing up to the ears. And then release up to a straight back. Bring the hands behind the hips, walk the heels in. Upward facing table, Purvottanasana. Press the feet down and lift the sides of the hips up. Tuck the shoulder blades under the back and pull the heels back. Strengthen the back again. Stretch the front of the body. And lower the buttocks down. Good. And extend that left leg. Bend the right knee to the right side. And the sole of the right foot against the inner left thigh. The buttocks back, and the sitting bones apart, and the lower back drawing in to lift the chest up. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, start to come forward. Squeeze that left kneecap and pull the thigh bone up into the hip socket. Deep connection and integration. So the stretch is in the muscles and not in the ligaments. Tone the muscles so they can stretch evenly. And follow the lead of your breath. So there's no shortage or a break in the breath. But one breath can just flow continuously right into the next. With equal inhalation and equal exhalation. Slowly release up to a straight back. And switch the legs, extend the right leg, sit up tall, and bend the left knee. And adjust the hips. And then engage through core muscles, hugging the legs towards one another, pulling in through the lower belly. Lift up out of the waist, come up and over the right hip. So that right hip crease stays deep behind, coming forward with the crown of the head more than the chin. Sticking the chin forward will just pinch the back of the neck. So breathe into the back of the shoulders, widen, and the back of the neck, broaden that also. And keep the armpits lifting up so the shoulder blades stay integrated into the back. They're not overreaching with the arms. Taking all the time you need to feel the stretch. Keeping the body happy, safe, and content. Through this loving, compassionate breath, and slowly rise and lift up, and then straighten that leg. Good. And lift up the knees, bring the right heel underneath and back to the left hip. Hug the left knee into the chest, sitting up straight, and then twist to the left, wrapping the right elbow around the left knee. Inhale, lift the heart, straighten the spine, and exhale, twist from the navel, the heart, the throat, and the third eye looking to the left. If you practice other variations with crossed legs or crossed elbows or binding, find one variation that gives you pleasure, but is also in a compassionate, loving embrace with the body. You don't have to treat poses like a competition that you have to win. We can make friends with the poses. Make friends with your body and make friends with your mind. Untwist that direction and switch legs, right knee lifted. Draw the left heel underneath and back to the right hip. And we get both sitting bones nice and firm on the mat before we start to twist to the right and look over the right shoulder. And the twist originating in the navel center, and then each vertebrae sort of corkscrewing to the right. Okay. Then unwind there. Now let's come into a leg cradle and just cradle that right leg up here in front of the chest, and hooking the elbow around the arch of the foot if that's a possibility, to bring the shin closer, and stretch that outer hip. Okay, protect the ankle by supporting the outside of it so it doesn't sickle or sprain. Protect the knee joint. So, to be compassionate in your pose, you can choose to have that ankle on top of the left thigh, and or bring the foot all the way to the floor. And then fold the legs, so either half lotus or sukhasana, or you can have a straight back. And any variation of cross-legged pose or lotus pose. And just stretching to your comfortable capacity, so if that means coming forward, breathing into the hips. Releasing to a straight back if you're folding, and uncross the legs, make sure everything's working, and then we'll cradle the left leg, bring it back, and just work that left shin up towards the chest. You could either hold the outside of the ankle or bring that foot into the crook of the elbow. You decide what's compassionate in your practice, to have the foot on the floor or to have the ankle on the right hip crease for half lotus or sukhasana. Now move the buttocks back and the lower back in, so you can lift the chest and have this big open heart full of compassion. Even folding forward, we're not going to collapse in the chest and choke off that inner light. We want to keep our own heart space shining brilliantly. Keep our hearts smiling at one another, empathetically, compassionately, with understanding and acceptance. And don't be afraid to take complete breaths in, even if that means rising part way. Now please release this pose to lay on your back. We'll just have a brief finish on the back. So, lift up the knees, walk the heels back to the sitting bones, and then press the elbows and feet down, lift the hips, and clasp the hands under the back. Tucking the shoulder blades in to lift the heart, and broaden the chest one more time with this big bridge pose, chest opener. Breathe into the chest, expanding it like a big hot air balloon floating up into the clear blue sky, the sunshine, and release and lower gently down. Good. Lift up the feet and hug the knees into the chest. And rocking the knees side to side or back and forth. We're making circles to accommodate whatever your body desires, to make it happy. And ending with happy baby pose, where you're pulling the knees towards the armpits, and the hips open once more. And gradually stretching out, lengthening the body on the mat, arms overhead, toes away, and getting a full body stretch. With any final movements, circling the ankles, circling the wrists, whatever your body craves to release, and prepare it for its final relaxation and shavasana. With the arms now along a comfortable distance from your sides and the palms facing up. Press the back of the head into the floor, tuck the shoulder blades under the back, and then let your weight rest on the flat shoulder blades to open the chest and soften the heart. Give yourself time to adjust any clothing to stay warm, cover with a blanket. Take up all the space your body needs to stretch out. If there's anything in the way, just move it aside. Eyeglasses aren't necessary. Just become comfortable. And thank you for dimming the lights. One more. That one. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. I can all relax better now. Taking time from your day for your practice is important. And just as important as the stretching and strengthening is the integration and understanding that comes from this final pose, shavasana, as it gives you the opportunity to digest and assimilate all those feelings, the physical body, the energetic body, and mentally. So you can feel the floor supporting your head and back. So you don't have to hold yourself in this pose. You can just allow the floor to hold you. Imagine your head and a goose down pillow that's so soft it could almost disappear, sinking more and more comfortably into that pillow. And your whole body just sinking into the floor as though it was a soft mattress. Nourishing your body with each inhalation and relaxing more deeply with each exhalation. You've done something good for yourself with your practice, and to conclude, you need to rest and assimilate, relax, and enjoy this part of the practice also, because it is valuable and meaningful. And you deserve this rest and relaxation. You're a good yogi, a good student. I'm proud of the effort you put into your practice, your consistency, your dedication, and you deserve all the rewards. To rest and rejuvenate, to allow your body to completely relax. Every muscle now just loose and limp. And allow your mind to rest without any worries or cares. Nothing you need to do or you're doing exactly what you should be doing. Taking time to fully appreciate this divine attitude of compassion, karuṇā. Knowing how important it is to be compassionate to yourself through all our trials and tribulations. We're doing the best we can. And when we can be compassionate to ourselves, it makes it more possible to be compassionate to others. Some, like our family, we're happy to be compassionate towards. Others more distant to us, it takes more concentrated effort to be compassionate. But we can do it. You're a good person, full of love and compassion, joy and equanimity, all the divine attitudes. Tenzin Gyatso, the Dalai Lama, says compassion and tolerance are not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. The more we care for the happiness of others, the greater our own sense of well-being becomes. Cultivating a close, warm-hearted feeling for others automatically puts the mind at ease. This helps remove whatever fears or insecurities we may have and gives us the strength to cope with any obstacles we encounter. It is the ultimate source of success in life. Now, please begin to deepen your breath and start to reawaken the muscles with movement. And find your way over to your right side in a fetal position. With the strength of your compassion to rise back up to easy seated pose. I bow to the strength of your compassion. Namaste.